Hi all, hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. So today I'm going to look at a little tutorial here on 6 Ace Roman keycard Blackwood. This isn't really for people who have just started off in the game, I'd say that for a kickoff. It's really important that you know how to play Roman keycard Blackwood, I would suggest, before kind of delving into this. Now, some people will never have heard of this, I'm guessing. It's quite a I won't say new system, but it's not a system that's bandied around too much. And a lot of you will be sort of saying, hold on a minute, John. 6 aces, there's only 4 in a deck. All right. Where'd you get that from? Okay. So in this situation here, we're talking about the key cards. We're adding 2 kings to the 4 aces. Okay. The 2 kings will be from 2 suits that you have agreed upon as going to be significant in your quest for making a grand slam or a slam. Okay. So without further ado, let's crack on. So after we have agreed the suits, so 2 suits, we can use 6 Ace Roman keycard Blackwood to find more information about the key cards. Okay, and the key cards are 4 aces, the 2 kings of the 2 main suits, and the 2 queens of the 2 main suits. And you've also got the 2 other missing kings as well that are obviously going to be important. Okay, so Blackwood is just too simple at times. Let's confuse things, by playing 6 Ace Roman keycard Blackwood instead. All right. Um, so let's assume then we've agreed spades and clubs for this example here, and one player's bid 4 no trumps Roman keycard Blackwood. All right. So the responses are to 4 no trumps. We're going to play 14-30. So the key cards for the first ask are 4 aces, the 2 kings, and the 2 queens. So if we have a look at some responses, 5 clubs shows 1 or 4 key cards, 5 diamonds shows 0 or 3 key cards, and 5 hearts shows 2 key cards. And you'll notice this is the same bidding as normal Roman keycard Blackwood with the same responses so far. Okay, so this is the first response that's different. So here the 5 spade response shows 2 key cards and the lowest suit queen. 5 no trump shows 2 key cards and the highest suit queen. And 6 clubs here shows 2 key cards and 2 queens. All right. Now there are alternatives, okay, to this style of bidding. So for example, you can just show the number of queens. So rather than specifying lower or higher suit queens, you can just say that 5 spades shows 1 key card, sorry, 1 queen, okay, with the 2 key cards, and that 5 no trumps shows 2 key cards and both queens. All right. And then that allows you then to have 6 clubs as showing, say, something like a void and 3 key cards, whatever you want to have an agreement with. Okay. You could also have it as showing, if you jump to the 6th level, you could show that as, so I have seen other places say, for instance, it shows a queen and a king, for instance. Okay. So you could have 6 clubs showing the upper queen or the lower queen and the king of that suit. Okay, so there are different ways of playing this, and it's basically up to you what you think is the best way. I'm just kind of showing you one method and mentioning a few others on the road, okay, on the way. So the queen asked then. Okay, so to ask for queens or the queen or queens, you'd bid the next available suit up. Okay, so next available suit up. So with a 5 club response, and remember we're assuming that we've agreed clubs and spades as the 2 suits. Here you can use 5 diamonds as asking for queens. So 5 hearts would be no queens. 5 spades again would be the lower suit queen. 5 no trumps would be the higher suit queen, and therefore 6 clubs would show 2 queens. Again, if diamonds is one of your 2 suits, okay, then you would use 5 hearts as the ask. So here, if you had, say, diamonds and spades as the 2 suits, you couldn't use 5 diamonds as an ask. You'd then have to use 5 hearts. Likewise, if hearts, you would use 5 spades. So in other words, if if hearts and diamonds were the 2 suits agreed, you'd then have to use 5 spades to ask for the queen. So queen ask then and responses. So again, so with a 5 diamonds response, so 4 no trumps and a 5 diamond response. 5 hearts would then ask for queens, assuming that was okay, and that wasn't one of the 2 suits. 5 spades will be no queens, 5 no trumps will be the lower suit queen, 6 clubs the highest suit queen, and then 6 diamonds will be 2 queens. And again, if hearts is one of your 2 suits, then you'd use spades. You'd have to go up another level. Okay, and if hearts and spades, you'd use 6 clubs here. So that's the important thing. You wouldn't use 5 no trumps, because 5 no trumps is going to be the king ask, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. So you'd have to use 6 clubs as the queen ask. So asking about kings, assuming clubs and spades are trumps. So this is one way of asking. 5 no trumps. 6 clubs would show no kings. 6 diamonds shows the lower suit king. 6 hearts is the upper suit king. 6 spades shows 2 kings. So bidding the lowest agreed suit shows 0 kings, and then you have a step response to show lowest king, and then the highest remaining king, and then the 2 kings. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Okay, let's just go back a minute then. Again, you can agree to show number of kings if you want. So you can say you've got 1 king or 2 kings. Okay, so you could say 6 clubs is no king, 6 diamonds is 1 king, 6 hearts is 2 kings, that kind of thing. Alternatively, okay, what you can do is cubid the kings as well. Okay, so if you're used to doing that, then cubid the kings. So 6 clubs, no king, 6 diamonds, I've got the king of diamonds. So in this case, we've got clubs and spades as the 2 main trumps. So 6 diamonds is showing the king of diamonds, 6 hearts is showing the king of hearts, and then 6 spades shows the 2 kings. So again, it's down to agreement of what you want to play. So in this example, you cubid the kings. As long as you and your partner agree how you're asking about kings, that's the most important thing. So always partnership agreement is the most important thing. So make sure you've discussed this and practiced it a little bit before you have a go at it. All right. So another thing to look at is the auctions. This is really important to decide what are the 2 trumps. Have you agreed 2 trumps? Okay. Sorry, it's 2 suits. Okay, not 2 trumps. You can't have 2 trumps. You've got to agree 2 suits. So let's have a look at this. So here we've got, say, a 2/1 auction. So this is a good example of where 6-ace Roman key card Blackwood could easily be agreed. So 1 heart, 2 clubs, 3 clubs. So clearly you've agreed clubs. Oops. And then now you've agreed hearts. So it looks like here, this hand here has shown clubs, forcing, and then only shown and then have got a 3-card heart suit. So now clearly you've agreed hearts and clubs. So now you could use 4 no trumps as an ask. Okay. Here clubs and hearts have been clearly agreed. So 4 no trumps can be the 6-ace Roman key card Blackwood ask. Another auction, 1 no trump, 2 diamonds. So transfer to hearts. This hand now bids 3 diamonds to show hearts and diamonds. The 1 no trump initial bid bids 4 diamonds, doesn't fancy 3 no trumps and thinks maybe slams on in diamonds. Okay, and then this hand now bids 4 no trumps. So here you've agreed hearts and diamonds, I would say. Okay, because the 1 no trump bid should have a 2-card heart suit. So 4 no trumps here should be showing hearts and diamonds. Okay, and this last example, again, 2 clubs, okay, a game force opener, 2 hearts. Here you haven't bid 2 diamonds. So 2 hearts shows a good heart holding. 2 spades natural, showing a 5-card spade suit. This hand now bids 3 spades, so you've agreed spades. All right. And now this hand decides to bid 4 no trumps. So this is a little bit more spurious. Here spades have definitely been agreed, but it's likely that hearts are going to provide a source of tricks as well. So you might need to know how are the hearts. Okay, exactly. So this would be by partnership agreement that 6-ace Roman key card Blackwood here will be showing spades and hearts, or asking about spades and hearts. All right. It might be that you have an agreement, for instance. So I have agreement with lots of my partners that 2 hearts there shows 2 of the top 3 honors and things like that. So if you've got that agreement in place, you're probably not going to need a 4 no trump bid. Okay, unless of course you're missing, say, if you've got ace king queen of hearts and you've got ace king, you still need to know about the Queen of Hearts potentially. All right. So that again, that would be an agreement whether this 4-no trumps here would be asking about spades and hearts. Okay. How much more useful is it to know about hearts and spades? All right. So yeah, there's a lot of talking points about this. So what I'd like for you guys to let me know in the comments if you play this system, if you've heard of this system before, if it's new to you. Is it old school? Do most people not use it? I would say that as the answer. Most people don't use 6-ace Roman keycard Blackwood. Dogs are going wild now for some bones. So let me know in the comments if you've used it. Have you had some good experience with it? Have you had some bad experiences with it? What type of ass do you use for the queen ass, the king ass, that kind of thing? Is it what I've shown you here? Do you do something different? Okay, so let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to know how you play this and what you've achieved using this. I'll make another video with some example hands in a minute. Okay.